There's only one way to get Lieutenant Gordon and Spin Master's new The Batman toy line, and it's in this set. Is it worth the purchase? We'll try to answer that on this episode of Geek Dad Life. Hello everybody and welcome to Geek Dad Life. It's your host, Jay Gladfelter here. So I have already reviewed some of the Spin Master sets like this awesome Batmobile that I really loved. I thought they did a fantastic job with this vehicle. And I've also gotten the 3 main release figures, the Batman, as well as the Penguin, and the fantastic Selina Kyle, aka Catwoman. So I've already reviewed these. You know I like them. And so there's kind of 2 other big sets that I was interested in. One, the Batcave set, which I have not seen yet, and this Batman and Lieutenant Gordon, deluxe set. I believe it's available at Walmart's and Target's, and I don't know if I necessarily was super jazzed about this set, but as far as I know, this is the only way that you can get the Lieutenant Gordon figure. Gordon is being played by Jeffrey Wright, one of my favorite actors, been in a bunch of things, does an amazing job every single time. So really enjoyed his performance in the film. And so I really wanted to get the Spin Master's version of this character. I want all of the main characters from the movie. I think we still need a Riddler. I don't think we've gotten a Riddler yet, so I definitely want that. And I definitely needed this Jim Gordon. But again, the only way I could get it is in this set, and this set is $32, which is really spendy when these figures are like only, $7 somewhere around there, depending on taxes and stuff like that. So, if your 2 figures here, that's maybe $14, and I guess you could figure maybe this car is worth $15. But we'll see. We won't know until we open this thing up. So hopefully, this question that I ask, is it worth it? Is it worth picking up this set just to get one little figure that by itself should be, about $7? Well, let's wait no more. Let's open this thing up and see if that is true. All right, we got them out of the box. Let's look at the figures themselves. The main reason I bought this set was for this Jim Gordon figure. And let's get to focus here. And it's okay. It's not great. I don't think it's a great likeness of Jeffrey Wright. It kind of looks like him. Again, for this scale and the price point, what they're going for, I kind of just want like that Kennerized look to the figure. It's not as good of a likeness as, say, the Selina Kyle was, I think, for me. But I think it's okay. I think it's a good approximation of the character. I think the Penguin was a little bit better as well. Kind of having that kind of cartoony, maybe Kennerized look of the character. He's not a very, he's just a guy in a suit, essentially. But I think compared to the character we saw in the film, I think he looks pretty good. He doesn't have an actual gun. They kind of do, since this is a kid's toy line, he has this kind of, exaggerated gun, whatever it is, that he gets to have. Again, not accurate to the film, but it's a kid's line, so I guess that's fine. They've been doing that kind of stuff for a long time. But still, overall, I think it's a pretty good Jim Gordon. Is he a $32 Jim Gordon? I don't think so, but I'm glad that I have the character. The Batman looks to be identical to the other ones we've gotten so far. Maybe some slight color variation in the plastic, but it's the same Batman. Again, if this is your first set or maybe your only set, it's a good Batman. I do really like this Batman figure. But the fact that it's been the same one they've packed in with the Batmobile and now this set, and I believe maybe the Batcave set. So maybe the Batcave set actually has him unmasked. But for this one, it is the same Batman as the normal retail release, so you don't need to buy that one. I now have 3 of these guys. The other accessories, he does come with a grappling hook gun. He also has a couple batarangs, which mine just broke in my hands. Well, I guess I can't stand up to a regular play as well. I think it was too harsh taking it out of the packaging. This was kind of broken as well. So just something to be aware of with those batarangs. They're pretty light and can break easily. This is the knife that came with the Selina Kyle. I don't know why it's here. I guess I just threw it in. And then we have the same chest armor, kind of add-on chest armor that you can snap onto the Batman figure. It doesn't really change the look or anything. It kind of bulks him up a little bit. but it still looks like the Batman that we have seen in the film, or Robert Pattinson's Batman. So a bit of a bummer. All the accessories are the same. These are the same ones if you got the actual individual figures. It's the same Batman if you got the individual figure. So really the only unique things you're getting here is this Jim Gordon, who I think is a pretty decent approximation of the character, and the Gotham City Police car. Now, Jim Gordon does drive a car in the film. He is, he's seen driving a kind of a police car, but it is not an actual marked police car. It's an unmarked police car. So while this, does say Gotham City Police on it, it is not necessarily the same car that Jim Gordon drives in the film. But I guess if you're using your imagination, you could say this is Jim Gordon's car, or just a nondescript Gotham City Police car. Now, I will say, holding this car in my hand, if you already have the Batmobile, this one is a much cheaper quality in hand. I was talking about how much I loved how nice and bulky this Batmobile was. Really nice and hefty, nice thick tires, had a nice weight to it, felt like it could stand up to pretty heavy play. This one does not. It kind of feels like a pretty cheapo cop car toy. I believe you just open the top here to put the figures in, and that's it. It's a little weird. But again, I guess if I'm thinking this was $15, was it worth the $15? I'm going to say no. It's a pretty nondescript police car. I guess you have Gotham City on there, but it doesn't look like the car that Jim Gordon drove in the film. And it's just it has a cheap feeling to it, especially with this kind of open top to the car. It pushes around okay, but still overall kind of a meh vehicle. I guess if you're having it kind of side by side with the Batmobile, I guess that'll look kind of cooler, or be cooler in a display. Maybe. But the thing is, this looks so much better than this. Like, this looks like a kiddie toy versus like a Batmobile that'll mess your stuff up. So, it's not great. It's not great. And I'm trying to think of like my display now. I don't even know if I would put this in the Batman display, to be completely honest. I mean, what do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you think this Gotham City Police vehicle was worth the price of admission? If I'm breaking it down by all the things we got in the pack, we got 2 figures, and this would probably be about $15 of that $30 thereabouts. To me, I don't think that's worth the $15. A Jim Gordon figure, if I'm splitting it up, I think he was worth, if it was about $7 out of everything that we got in the pack. But most of us already have this Batman, so really we're only buying it for this Jim Gordon. So if it was $32 or so after tax, it's tough. If you want this character, this is the only way we can get it so far. So if you do, you got to fork over the money. But honestly, out of all of the sets, this might be the one that has the least value. And with that, I can't fully give it the Geek Dad Life buy rating. If this was an individual figure, absolutely easy buy. But the fact we have this kind of cheaper car, we have the same Batman that we've already gotten. There's just not as much value with this pack that we've seen in some of the others, like the Batmobile pack. It was the same price as the Gordon pack, and sure, we had one less figure, but this Batmobile is amazing, so it makes it well worth spending that kind of money. The Gotham City Police car, not so much. So, maybe drop the Batman figure that we've already gotten a whole bunch of times, and maybe actually make a better police car for Jim Gordon to ride in that would actually look better side by side to the Batmobile. Would have made this set a much better buy. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think. Do you agree with me? Is this set overpriced? Is it not worth picking it up? If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see when future ones drop, click the subscribe button and that bell icon. I've already done a review on some of the Spin Master sets like the Batmobile and some of the figures. Definitely check that out right here, as well as this video that YouTube wants you to check out. And until next time, hasta luego and goodbye.